Welcome back into Lawrenceville, Georgia, the host side of the NAIA Opening Round. Lawrenceville bracket and this year's champions is none other than Georgia Gwinnett Grizzlies, and we're joined now by senior third baseman Mr. Paul Winland Jr. Paul, how are we doing, brother?
Doing well.
You're going back to the World Series. How's that sound?
Tremendous. I think it was an even harder route this year for the boys. They have two on Thursday today after playing a 10:30 game last night. That's just pure grit.
A lot of grit from the Grizzlies, and you've been a first-hand account of that going all the way back to last year and now this year. Whether it's down 4 runs in the ninth to Faulkner with 2 outs and nobody on, or it's down 5 runs in the eighth this year with Kaiser, can you tell me how in the world this team continues to mount these epic comebacks? Give me some insight.
Well, it all starts from Grizz Week. You know, that 40% that we find out in the fall, you know, is what we carry on the whole season. And these moments is when you have to really rely on it. As long as we have an out, there's always a will and a way. Plain and simple, especially in these golds. It's different.
Well, we'll talk about the golds here because you guys have had 3 check marks all year long. Today is the second one. Grizzlies were the gold. They hoisted the opening round trophy here and are going back to the World Series. But I couldn't help but in this journey that's been today, a little bit of deja vu in that comeback in the eighth with you and Jackson Cobb coming up with some huge base hits just like last year. Talk to me about the relationship between you two. You guys hit back-to-back. You play on the same side of the infield. How much baseball do you two talk about?
Baseball, more than that, life. That's my dog for life. He's probably going to be my best man in my wedding, and there's nobody else I'd rather play my senior year with those infielders. We got Nordy, Brax, and Cobb. It's just a great group to play around, and Matt Lee, of course.
And it was almost deja vu because we got the double down the line with multiple runners on and then 2 base hits after that, and now all of a sudden things are electric. Are there experiences that you can draw from, whether it be last year in the opening round or at some point this season? What's the experience factor for you to be able to produce the way you do?
Well, I think the experience factor also comes from what we train every day, and that's that breath. We always have a mindfulness session every day that we train, so whenever you do get into big situations like that, you can always rely on that training and that unconscious training that we've always done. And I think that makes it way easier, just slowing the game down and being where your feet are and just being present and having fun while you're out there.
Well, if you had an unconscious approach, I would like to see what your consciousness does at the plate because there are very few individuals in my history here that have hit 2 home runs on the same day. You did it on Thursday of the opening round. What's that mean to you?
I think I tell Coach Sheets every day it's a blessing and an honor to just wear this G-Claw every day, and I'm grateful for it. That's all that matters.
And so a grateful group of Grizzlies here. They're going back to the World Series in Lewiston, Idaho. Paul, you mentioned it. There's a 3rd check mark to wear that gold jersey a 3rd time. Tell me why this year's group's going to get that done.
Unfinished business for sure. A lot of these guys feel it. And I think what we displayed today was an even crazier amount of toughness than we did last year, which is absurd because that was a very tough route. But what these guys went through, there's nothing else that can, hurt us or anything bigger, to be honest.
And so a big day as the glory goes to the Grizzlies. They're going back to the World Series for the 8th time in program history. Paul Winland Jr., a big part of that. Buddy, congratulations.
Thank you, Matt.